All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucks were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 6, Mike 25. Coming.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play is and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Fourth down, and the Bucks trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Mike 14 on it. 15 on it. Here we go. Double tight. Double tight.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
At their
own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Winston now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
26, Mike. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over out of the field.
Kill. Hunt, 64. Weak. Ball trot.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wait. 26, Mike. All day.
On 2nd and 7, Winston, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, baby.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's right.
Clayton Gathers makes the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. This one complete to Scott Miller.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
A gain of 9 yards.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Target. Ready, triple team.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it first and goal at the 7.
Come on. 6, Mike. Sunday. 6, Mike.
Check pass.
Hey, let's go. 26.
Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Winston sneaking it, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Winston taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Pardon me, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be second and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Jackson now on second and 10. Got his man. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches. And if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
20, white 25. Hey. Easy. 26, Mike. 26. Let's go.
To throw, Winston. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
That's a touchdown right there.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on.
Buccaneers 7. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Bucks take over first.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And, oh, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
16. Buccaneers 7.
Ready? 20, Mike 20. Off. You mine.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Ebron caught left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Get the ball. He's checking.
Now Jackson on first down. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Kill. Turn it. Kill. Turn it. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Marcus Hunt able to take him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Winston. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Check. Check. Watch the twist. Watch the run. Match box. Under 10. 10. Big edge.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease space that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watch the curl.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
You see me?
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Get ready. Get ready.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Returnable here for Callaway. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch.
On the ground, this is Williams. And an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On 2nd down, it's Williams trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Mike 20.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston looking for Perriman there. He's got him. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Winston now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Winston. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Wait.
They're not ready for this, man. They still
Again, it's Winston.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire time on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Jackson going to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the